after the game instead. Alright? I think it's starting now. This is very interesting stuff. For sure. But final deciding map. This is the first time I watch FaZe.
Yeah, I remember him taking a few uncharacteristic pieces you were kind of mentioning towards that mid area, and it was just something that we really weren't used to Rops doing, particularly in the moments he did them. It was towards quite late in the map when it was really key to be getting those rounds on the board. And somebody else that didn't really show up, we're not looking at keineahnungking to be showing up necessarily coming into series, but I think that is a good sign for FaZe coming into things, because keineahnungking has been fired up. We always heard him in interviews when he was coming in, building this squad, saying, when we get back to LAN, that is our time to shine. Obviously. And he is kind of the epitome of that theory. He loves out there on that stage.
Look, the second map was definitely more quiet on the side of keineahnungking. Same for Rain, right? We hyped up the two veterans after the first map, and we did rightfully so.
I mean, if they're already playing 1-1 versus
all expectations, and we have to understand that the destiny of both these teams are going to be settled in one map. It's literally a best of one. And in that regard, I am hoping to see Rain and keineahnungking have a good start, because it is an extremely high pressure moment. Quite a unique moment to be one step towards the exit of the event and one step into the semifinals. And this is when people like keineahnungking or Rain, as we see right now, have to step up. They have to lead the way for the rest of the team.
And they have the chance to dictate the pace on this terrorist side, right? So it's going to be interesting. They, as you say, they need to show up and they need to play into their hands. What to be careful of? NiP has a lot of good flash plays on their CT sides, so they need to be a lot more methodical than I'm used to seeing FaZe if they're going to be able to you know, neutralize those plays from NiP.
And this is where it becomes such a mind game between the IGLs. And I think it's a fascinating point to touch on, because there are not a lot of IGLs out there that would be ready to give an edge over keineahnungking. It's already been established that in these conditions, in the arena, he's going to be in your head and he's going to outcode you, he's going to outmaneuver you. It's not what happened on Overpass. It's not what happened on Overpass. 6 rounds of the last 7, it was actually Hampers with the right reads, rotations, always knowing where to be and getting the multi-kills. They start on the CT side. What if suddenly we see Hampers find that momentum again, reading, being in the game, third man on the beam when he has to, fourth man on the when he has to. That could change everything. A good map like Overpass will fill you with confidence, make you feel like you're in the flow state. What if he takes that with him to Inferno? Yeah,
let's continue on the script of talking about NiP and just looking at some of their recent results. Most recently, of course, against Furia in that best of 3 series, taking them down 16-10, looking pretty solid doing so. And one man's name on everybody's lips, Brolin. He was looking like an absolute star, and I would love to see him continue that momentum that we saw him finally on Overpass.
He's a bro at LAN. Let me tell you.
And I think he will. I think he will. I think he as warm as he can be. He knows how important he is to this squad. And if they're going to have any chance, of course Brola needs to be there. But we need rest. We need other people as well. Hampus has already stepped up. We need him to continue doing what he's doing. And Plopsky being on that... I almost forgot where he's playing right
because we are not expecting him to show up. You're not.
No, but I think every individual needs to be there.
Of course.
Because FaZe are no easy task on Inferno. Absolutely not. They've been dominating on that map.
Any final thoughts for NiP coming into this one?
All I'm imagining and all I'm thinking about is what Hampers shouldn't think about. If they beat FaZe right now, it's like Spirit versus Furia. They would play in the semi-final of the major. Can you imagine? I would come to you with an offer. I said, listen, here's my offer. You're gonna face Spirit or Furia in the semi-final of the major. But first you have to beat FaZe. They've done half the job now. They have 1 map out of 2. They need another one, just another.
It's tantalizingly close and closer than NiP have ever been at a major playoffs as well. I already kind of want to say this for NiP. Even if they do go down versus FaZe, I am way more impressed with what they've been delivering than that we saw in Stockholm, because they really got trounced, unfortunately, by G2. They didn't really have any room to breathe on their home soil, which was such a shame. And I'm so glad that they've managed to find these puzzle pieces that we are seeing before our very eyes connecting.
I mean, Roland seems to be such a net positive for the team. It's incredible the way he's uplifted that team. And I have to give props to Asetak. I mean, I know we started this whole broadcast harping on how much of a problem he would be, how much of a liability he could be in a structural approach to the side of NiP. Hasn't been the case so far.
Come on, man.
And
Show
46% of his kills went with the AWP prior to the playoffs. It's not like he's been shying away from playing with the AWP. He's done it. But now we're on the CT side. We said we put the numbers down. Very great CT side, very troublesome T side. That's now or never. He's got a half. He's got a half right now.
Wait, are they showing the knife round?
Well, hopefully he'll get comfortable and warm in his clothes for that T side.
As warm as I am right now.
Yeah, maybe a little bit warmer even.
No.
But he's also one of the best flashers at the event. Creating flash assists for his teammates, being proactive, creative, that I've talked about pre-planning. On the CT side is essentially when the Ts are coming somewhere, like let's say long. If the Ts come long, I will flash for you, small pit, we will do this move or that move.
Bro, you know what
if
it sounds like? I don't know
it's trigger points. Like using trigger points to elevate and creating a game plan before stuff happens, and that's what SCTag is good at, and that creates a comfort when you're playing.
We need movement coming in from NiP. We need movement on their CT side of Inferno. I repeat, I have seen so many teams at this major, for some reason, sticking to their guns. 3-2 setup, 3 on A, 2 on B, in the dark. No idea what's happening. Mentally speaking, it puts you in so much doubt. You have so much uncertainty if you don't know what's going on. How did Hempus beat Kerrigan on overpass? With movement, flowing around the map, being that third man on A when he had to be, backing up on the B side, moving pieces. If they just play static on Inferno and they just hope to have the good setup, then it's not going to work. They need to bring in that same kind of energy and the same kind of movement.
Gentlemen, I don't normally do predictions up here on the desk, but I do want to do it for this series because we're coming onto Inferno, NiP FaZe going head-to-head. Who are you thinking, Devilwalk? Who's going to be taking this one?
I'm going to say NiP.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to make the spicy take there. No, I think the game plans I've seen on Inferno so far has been so good from NiP, and I think that they will continue with that and bring that forth for us to see.
Let's create debate. I'm going for FaZe. I think they have a deep roster on Inferno. So many players can do more than what they have done so far in this game. I think that has to be the key. Robs has to unlock. Robs has to give us a Robs performance. For now, he's been average, and he's nothing.
Average.
He's not average at all. He's extraordinary, and we need that kind of performance.
Well, we've gathered our thoughts, and we've got the teams up on the stage, raring to get going with this third and final deciding map. It is going to be Inferno, an absolute banger to be rounding out this series. Scrawny and Launders, how are you feeling down there?
Feels electric, Freya, and you know, now that you guys have kind of set this stage for us coming into it, we hear you. A little more?
Yeah, let him know. Let's go.
A little bit more!
Make it happen. Oh, there's so much to show. I think the desk rounded that out perfectly. We have both an amazing map here, an opportunity for NiP that was hard fought when they had to give up map number 1, but they get Inferno. And we have FaZe, who haven't had every individual open up just yet, but we've seen consistently that by map 3, that regularly happens. So will that be the case right now? Will this really be the pinnacle of CS for both of these two teams? And will NiP be able to stand up to one of the hardest challenges in this major right now in this quarters? Antwerp, let him
Set the tone. Going straight for banana.
I tricked them into being NiP fans.
Oh, yeah, wow. All the way to CT.
Roland's here on banana. He's going to kick it off. NiP.
Lol.
We got Berettas, baby. Berettas with 2, but just 2. They stop, and then everything just leaves. It just goes so silent. They turn their head back towards this top mid push.
Oh, double ding.
Between Rez and Happis. And then Happis, he's going to stop this. It should come to a grinding halt. It should. But we've still got a couple players trying to attack in from short. Rez in the back of the
5-0.
A little bit of health left over. And Kerrigan, how many times do we see him in the clutch just fall?
I told you, NiP, Sweden.
And we had FaZe winning both pistols.
They're very good at Counter-Strike.
In the first.
Let me tell you something.
On overpass, and now NiP win another, and these could be pistols that define the series. That really define history between these two rosters, especially considering how well they've been playing. And the most interesting mismatch right now between FaZe and NiP when it comes to Inferno is the fact that FaZe are winning majority CT rifle rounds, really good on T side overall, still like 49%, but that's pretty good these days, and having much bigger wins than NiP overall. But NiP,
they think they're good at the
game, are winning 56% of their rounds, which is basically unheard of on most maps at this point. Ooh. And they've got that to look forward to. That's after this pistol, but can they even survive the conversion?
NiP took it twice, 2 times on overpass. FaZe win pistol, only to lose versus Force. And they say what goes around comes around.
Hampus, you're up to the plate, son.
He's going to try to push in, lines up 2 players. Broky's now in with the Desert Eagle.
Jesus.
And if we talk about that star-studded roster on FaZe Clan, it's Broky, Twists, and Rocks.
Yeah.
That's who it's supposed to be. And in this round, with this kick back into the head of NiP, it is those exact 3 players.
Big rotation, they're gonna try.
Went from Sriracha to the bomb in one
coming
go.
apartments after running half a marathon.
The pistols here.
Oh, they're chasing!
And just like NiP did to them on the second round of overpass, FaZe
we're gonna see Ninja defuse. He's baiting that they're saving. He's
when they
baiting.
need it the most, and we see
he's gonna kill and go! Go!
Costs on this one, though.
Wait a second.
Start to shred
Oh my god! It's going!
The ball. Plopsky, he's diving for it. It's planted cold. Kerrigan moves into position. He's got the P250, but it's desperate. Are they gonna allow the plant to go down? No way, FaZe moves like that!
LOL!
He took it!
He's got it!
He took it!
LOL, I knew it. I knew they were gonna win when he made marathon
NiP
rotation.
From the shadows of their missing giant, just robbed a way around by waiting outside of the apartments. Plopsky sprints into that bomb site, jumps on it, and S-a-tag. He kills Kerrigan, who was simply too far away.
That situation distills. Have you ever seen something like that? A push down mid in a spot where the TTs are so far away, like there's no way for them to get back to it. They all, in perfect coalescence, get those frags and make it back to the site. Of course, Kerrigan's over in TT spawn. The rest of his teammates have left entirely, and he only has a P250.
Those are not the mistakes you can afford to make in map 3 of the quarterfinals as the favorites of this major.
Absolutely.
Or at least the finals.
And again, this side could be a dream. The T side will be a nightmare.
That is one that's going to send just a shiver down FaZe, but just look past it. As difficult as that probably is, just look past it. This is how it was meant to go. No force buy win for FaZe. The pistol gets converted. The rifles are here for NiP. It's a 30-round game. It's just one hell of a start.
It'll be a good coach talk for FaZe for sure, but they didn't call attack off this. They'll let that ruminate. They'll have to stew in it.
Ugh.
And they're back to a similar buy.
Oh,
that's a tag. Close.
What a cute flick right there.
Nice boost outside of the smoke, but there's no opening. Not yet. Roland spams away.
Run through the Molotov. LOL.
Uh-oh. It's getting too hot. Twist.
Beginner CSL.
And the rest pureed. And the sauce is made. And it's made of FaZe. 3-0. They have already survived tragedy and they get 3-0 start. But just like you said, they mentally FaZe might have moved into the idea that they won the second round. But if they hadn't, they know they'd be playing from 3 in the first place.
Hit that reset button.
Holy hell.
Focus on this one. First guns up for FaZe.
Solid HE. Right.
Nasty nade. I need to do that nade every day.
Great.
That was too further back.
The name of the game for NiP. Has to be said, DJL really making a name for himself with this roster. Minute 20 on the clock. FaZe pause. This molly is for S-Attack to push him back out of position.
Cap though.
Oh, what happened? What is that smoke?
It's not what they needed, that's for damn sure.
Who fucked up the smoke?
Now we're gonna get aggression as well towards Banana. Brolin looks to lock in. Twist comes around the corner and hopes to bring this one back for FaZe. He's gonna give chase to Plopsky, but the question's where'd he go?
Yeah, the molly landed in between him and his teammates. That slows him down. The rotation comes in. Twist still up to the plate. He gets that through the smoke.
Oh, but Plopsky's able to come out. That's a trade frag at least. Broky with the op goes high, and Plopsky dies to it. The Opera connects. Spam damage from Rez and an upgrade to the A1S. S-Attack nowhere to be found, and it looks like Twist at the head of that push from Banana will put FaZe on the board.
Yeah, that was Twist in his little race car there running up Banana. Pedal to the metal. Wow. Yeah, both players on the B sites getting decimated, and Plopsky and Brolin again have been joining hands in an effort to support each other, former teammates working now together on TD sides on site to lock down B, give new dimensions to
Ben
NiP,
Broad's
a
new
fresh
game.
look. Simply something different.
Yeah, is it not the
and right
Clash
there, clearly
Royale
wasn't
Blizzard?
enough.
No, it doesn't work
But
there.
in the long run, of course, we know that NiP can do better than that. So that was
Adrian Gar with 4 years is yo man.
Out of the realm of possibility.
Junior Bad, Chewy with 1 year.
Doesn't mean that you're
Sigora
necessarily
with
the
2
worst
years.
team. You can get that same action out of some of your T-side entries. I'm sure Brolin has got something to say when they switch over.
Keep
Surviving
rolling,
loss like that is part of this game. Full strength buy here from NiP, but it costs them every single penny.
Dude, they have
Looks like they
quite good banana control every round. I get so triggered when I see these sharp angles.
Lead, but the start for NiP.
Like you're most likely not gonna kill them with that angle, but you could have killed them with the surprise, you know, boost.
Is there a chance for some late grenades to catch off the T's who look to take over the top of banana?
Is it really worth it?
One thing that's hallmark to the FaZe T sides besides Rops moving into the apartments, typically by himself, is them taking over space on the arch. And we look to this setup right now. Hampus peering into mid with just his rifle, about to get smoked out of position, and there it is. The wrap smokes come through, and he'll try to delay.
Frag. Oh, lands.
Oh,
peeks
lucky.
into it. 1 kill. Kerrigan, nice answer, but it twists again in front.
Another on the side.
A second. Essetag's got that first and second. Nicely done inside of the bomb site, but is it enough? A 2v2 and a critical early turning point, perhaps.
No late moto smoke. This speeds up the retake tremendously.
Smoke goes out from Brokey. Must have picked that up in sight.
Yeah, they got one.
Essetag, hands busy with the op, wasn't able to lay down that utility. CT start to get this rolling, and then Brokey pops up. He's got his op, and he's got Plopsky up close.
Oh!
Both kills from Brokey, and 2 rounds for FaZe.
Wow, bring around the Rosie.
Why did
leave
he
it to
not
Brokey.
shoot
A clutch
above the
opposition.
crate?
Sometimes stronger to just have a rifle in that spot. I think he recognized how dangerous that could be, but didn't want to stand in a standard spot like cold and potentially get pre-fired. Trust his instincts here. Beautifully done. Well handled, and he was smoked out of help from his teammates, so that could have very easily been a one-on-one situation. But the rotators from B get shoved out. Twister in a second. Pistols for NiP. Man, that was new from FaZe. I haven't seen them do that often. They threw their R-trap smokes and then hit lane really, really quickly. We have seen them take slow arch control or go to the full round consistently. Now their CTs everywhere where the T's are fighting.
He's their offer.
Plays like me. Kerrigan looks to run away. That's bomb.
Oh, the bomb. They have to get it back. They picked apart the mid setup. 3-on-3. Molly on the bomb, yeah.
Well,
that'll at least stop the CTs from going any further, but this is still a retrieval mission.
I don't think they picked up any utility, so the smoke is very good. CTs will look for a timing to spam.
It's all about that. Brolin's gonna try to go through, piece together the picture. Oh my God, he's got it with the USP. Potentially a second critical error in the opening 6 rounds. And Brokey, quick movements, just trying to dodge, dive back into the fight. Brokey's got it.
You heard about him, and now you see him. Don't sleep for too long. Brokey's in the server.
With Latvia on the map and FaZe on his back, he just grabbed that bomb and ran. That Tech-9 shot into the snap to Hampus. You thought you had it, but that's a recovery from Brokey.
Oh my God.
Critical round to take back. We're tied early on, and this start is electric. Fire goes ahead. Twist, he got caught sleeping at the wheel last round. He rounds that corner so close to 2 Berettas with his name on it. But now it looks like he's looking for revenge, and we've already seen great things from him. Oh, there it is. Clean as can be. NiP. Brolin with the answer though, and he's been the response for FaZe.
No, important to talk about. All the limelight stolen from Brokey. That mid-round play though with the USP, the rifle spamming behind it, Brolin up front taking that responsibility. Here he finds a gap again.
That was fucking nuts, dude.
Rez up in the treehouse. That's a frag. Instant refrag into the head from Rops.
Clean as can be. Hampus drops one. Rez comes back into the action with a hold on short side, and NiP's defense doesn't die.
Yes, sir. Rez makes an appearance. Lane player with the rifle.
Game,
so much to think about. Inside a mid, inside a boiler, up on the T-apps, and he starts off up high. That gives you so many options later on. You get that first frag, then you can be in a normal, natural position, and it's somewhere brand new. So well done. Look as he flicks his mouse across the pad.
Gives a little bit of breathing room to NiP, but these are the rounds that get wild. Incendiary down mid. CT side again, press into Banana, a little bit of vision. Just trying to pepper, trying to push FaZe back a notch. Crazy start. Frag goes deep. Damage onto Rain.
Pistolero.
Want to make sure they keep this lead. Yep, it's one of the two now over on B. They shove the T's back. No choice but to respect it. No window flash available. They can't even close flash into the smoke to take over B. They can wait this out, however. That's always an option.
Oh no.
Estak gets a bouncy Carrigan out of the sky. The fact that they recover after that ridiculous loss.
Bye-bye.
Into the buy, clean up, and now get the anti-eco and continue dominating.
Yeah, as if he doesn't know.
Terrifying here for FaZe.
Just gonna see what he can squeeze out of this one. 1v5 unarmored Deagle with 0 kills.
He doesn't know?
Here on Inferno.
Oh. Yeah.
Contact found with Brolin, and that's the end of him. NiP looked to stabilize after a ridiculous back and forth.
Yes. Yeah, when the dust settles, a lead here for the CTs. Confidence knowing they've got the second half. T-side, that's where they specialize.
Very important round that's here for Mr. Terrorista.
FaZe, did they even see themselves going to a map 3 in this situation? Did they think they were just going to pop into the server and dominate, get through this quarter? Well, if they did, they were dead wrong. And now, not only are they tied on maps, but they're down in rounds. Desk was split on the predictions. I'm glad I didn't have to make one.
Frag, good position.
Damn.
That's Twist down to 40. He's been key at cracking open the heads on these entries.
Well, this is softening him up.
Brolin's been successful in stopping him. Brolin jumps, and that's a critical error for Brolin.
Yeah, that was a huge gap. Did they even molly logs in that spot? Well, Twist was low, but all right, immediately.
FaZe get fast.
They press for mid.
They're going for the arch side. They walk right into Hampus. A double kill from the Swedish IGL. Plopsky over towards Banana. Ness attack lays right into FaZe. You thought an opening kill meant something. It all gets taken back.
God damn.
Double the rounds now of FaZe. NiP, CT side, certainly rolling.
A move like that could rock a less sturdy team, right? They didn't account for that kill to come from Brolin. That wasn't a fight that he agreed to. Instead, he thought Banana was clear and they were going to establish. As soon as that kill comes in, FaZe, maybe they wanted to wait a second. Hampus, the fact that he can swing on mid with his M4 and trust himself is already insane. Now the op is the one on lane and they're putting pressure on him. FaZe pick the prime spot, but they can't get through the captain of NiP.
Brolin, easy test in Brokey.
You cannot understate the consistent impact of Brolin in these games. Not one small mistake gets punished. FaZe don't even convert the rounds.
Wait, they don't hit when they drop the bomb like that?
Them on those A-site holds on overpass. Oh, well, all right.
There's an answer.
All right, let's change the narrative, says Rops.
It's just one blip. There's the second. Twist's Deagle also rocks.
They do hear it, right?
Rez left.
He's been spotted.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Right back at it, sharp as ever. Twist looking for a little bit more. He's at least piecing together this picture, and they're giving him a little footing, but he will be chopped down inside that bomb site. DJL's starting to get a little excited because NiP's CT side is starting to thrive.
Yes.
Not a bad
yes,
eco.
And the Swedes, they stay calm, they stay composed. I mean, we're talking about a NiP that might be, you know, the best version that we've seen since the original lineup at this point. How versatile they are, and they are much more resilient in 2022 CS that has gotten harder than ever.
This team's
the quality of play.
LAN.
Yeah, the quality of play coming out from this roster so early on. There's a sight to behold.
Twists ahead of the pack, chases into that. Saw the utility getting used.
Ooh, actually, man, that was a really solid disengage. It rocks the CD setup. They get a kill on the other side of the map. That's Rob saying, hey, don't go to. Oh, nice! No way! 7 bullets sprayed to the bottom of stairs.
Yeah, straight to the head of Rain. That's gonna put things back onto the Twists to lean into this B site. S-Attack, he got punished trying to peek into the balcony, of course.
That's absurd. Residual damage here on Brolin.
Rain 0-10.
FaZe have not been able to wrap Arch a single time. S-Attack, sorry, Hampus grows with confidence. Again, floating with the rifle is just improving the map for everybody at the moment. Klopsky and Brolin, former teammates looking to work together to defend.
Oh, that's good damage. Remember, Brolin, he's still here! 1 kill! The fact that he brings one with him, something flash into the head of Kerrigan as he crosses over. Another smoke towards CT, but the CTs themselves are here. And those shots so close to denying Brokey his plan. FaZe inside of the site, they've got a post.
You have 12 bullets,
Can they hold on? Kerrigan jumping up, caught out by Plopsky in this forward position. They didn't see it coming. Utility here in abundance from NiP, and it's gonna be a problem. I think Rob still has a bit of vision. Plopsky takes down Brokey from beneath.
Chop him down to the legs. That totem pole is cooked. The retake utility is just enough, and this little outpost position from Plopsky catches out Kerrigan and starts to feel less safe, sitting in emo on low HP. Jumps up and looks for a new fight, and that's the kill that allows the retake to occur even faster. Now we've got a retake to their name, a fast round, damn near won an eco. It actually did in denying the conversion for the FaZe clan.
Mods!
8 rounds, 8 to go.
On fire as well. 5 straight here. FaZe, you gotta answer. You gotta answer before this is too late, before suddenly what feels like a major you're supposed to be contending for slips through your fingers.
Ah.
No reason to look at that trophy if you can't even get over the first hurdle.
They cannot get banana control. Why is that? I don't understand.
All the talk goes over and S-Attack has to fall back. Arch has been problematic, but right now it looks relatively open.
Yeah, it's finally been exposed, but in response, actually, this is very tricky from NiP. They rotate 3 into the site, so they took a small risk on B. They've done such a good job of conditioning. They actually are trying to encourage the A site to be taken over. Double pit indicates here that they're ready to deal with anybody like Rops who might come out late. They've got support in this spot. Moto smoke comes down, 45 seconds. Plans are laid out.
Last util goes in. Rob's 1 kill. Hampus, he's looking to lock this in for Pit, but now we've got FaZe back into the kill feed. S-Attack dodging death as he dives down inside a sight. Oh, but he gets rocked by Twist from behind. Beautiful bait from Rain. And now we take Plopsky into the clutch. A 1 versus 2 with bomb planted. And Rain has been so quiet, but at least he served up that distraction so that a guy like Twist can shine.
Sight volley coming down.
A frag grenade to follow. Twist's already behind that tall box. Peaks with the double, and they both got this locked in. FaZe clan break through that
Oh, that little bait by Rain. He's the guy who will always lurk the smoke on Arch, and he finds a rotator before the sight hit comes in. So that's something they know they have to deal with later. And then Robs gets a kill, their lane players gets a kill. And honestly, Twist is one of the very best players in the world at entering when it comes to lane, which in my opinion is like the hardest place to entry on basically any map with the crossfires available to the CTs. And we had 2 pit, 1 site, and they almost got the trades required to be able to close that out. And even though NiP are up on rounds, the rounds in which FaZe are actually able to win have been really good. This is just to show you how damn well NiP are playing right now.
What are you spraying, man?
A new look over on B. And just like we saw, Kerrigan on Ancient pushing A with Robs, Kerrigan on Monster on Overpass pushing himself, Twist continuously taking space aggressively by himself over on Banana. Always trying to call them out on one half of the map at all times. Oh no, wait, was that a T smoke that landed inside of mid?
No, CT.
Oh, I hope so. Oh, CT Molly, that looked like a weird bounce. Anyways, it's perfect. Okay, we'll give it to them, but they're coming back for it. S-Attack open lines. He knows if he gets flashed, he's screwed. They give him a dry peek, he's in.
Oh. It's down another one. This one a little bit wider. Oh, man.
This is so late.
35 seconds left over. We get more utility coming out of pit now. That's apartments completely smoked off. S-Attack misses his first shot, and that had to be hit. A second off of the mark. A drive-by from Kerrigan. Everything falls onto Hampus. He's able to get the player off of Porch. They know he's here, and he knows they're coming. So a second kill is critical, but Rain into the library, silences Rez, puts him down to bed as Brolin and Plopsky just can't find openings. FaZe find 5.
Yeah, this is big. The fact that, again, Twist goes to B, even though NiP have done such a good job on that part of the map, pushing him back. He has either gotten a kill, stayed alive, sometimes died with one, always got something out of it, and continues to not be scared. That opens options. And what happens? NiP rotate 3 over to B because they can't continuously fight. They're tired.
Yeah,
they've been doing it so much. It's just that FaZe always, again, play like they're winning, even when they're down on rounds.
Holds the exact
and that's what allows them to come back slowly. Quality rounds here won by FaZe on T side. Enormous entries. Of course, S-Attack could have put up a defense there on the A site, but the important thing to notice was FaZe picked A when there were 2 there.
Before the big night.
S-Attack had chances.
He did.
He doesn't miss all shots. He hits the hard ones.
He said that this is it's not the first stadium that he's played in, but it is the first one he feels like he's earned. Playing at the Blast Fall Finals, getting wiped out there, but, guaranteed to be able to play in an arena like this. The major is not guaranteed. The playoffs here are not by any means. There was an enormous smile on his face when he realized that he put in the work to allow his team to get to this point.
Twist shut down. We've seen him with success on these entries, so for him to be rocked at the start of this one,
now they're out of fucking mollies, man. What you gonna do? They're just gonna smoke you. You fucking wasted all the mollies on not important things.
They want to stay on their tail. As you can see, watching having no idea what's going on over on Arch. Man, NiP are making decisions right now, and none of them have to do with supporting the B players on this rotation. They'll boost up into quad. Will this be the play that saves the day for NiP?
Good luck. Incendiary into the pit. Kerrigan, he's going to decide to wrap around.
Okay.
They feel swarm, and Rain, he's got them both! Over the top of the boxes, he's going to send NiP into a save call. Clean entries here from FaZe, and that was off the back of the 4v5.
That was, yes. That was.
Fixate in on that intention, take that B site, swarm from all directions, and even if Rain doesn't crack both, they were there in numbers.
When people talk about hard rotations, one thing that needs to be understood is that, okay, it's simple. You get your Arch offer to rotate over to B when you think it's going to be B and come back. No. The difficult part is not how you route to that rotation. It's when you do it, because the rotation is so long. The fact that if S-Tag leaves his spot, goes and supports the B play, leaves Arch open for a timing, certain timings in the round, then FaZe are going to be able to win. So we saw some communication trouble there from NiP as they were deciding what happens on the A site. And it looks like it has no knock-on effect over towards B, but it does. We have 2 players there trying to hold 2 rounds in a row where there's 2 site players on the site that should be stacked higher. And, okay. Rez just goes picking up one more at the end of the round, and the op doesn't even get recovered. They can't even cross over to it. Wow.
All right, Robs. Fuck.
Back in the game here with 6.
How the fuck do you... What? He didn't even shoot.
NiP still have the T side to look forward to, but this game is so much more than past results. As much as they matter, and as much as NiP proved that they can withstand the pressure, we are at the paramount level of pressure. Map 3, tournament life on the line, the entire grind, the RMR. There were no free spots at this major.
NiP.
The entire Legends run.
Apart,
the expectations, as much as NiP can say everybody has doubted them, they have started to earn a reputation for themselves to be a serious threat.
No,
the reputation, they're the threat you don't expect.
This.
Yes.
Not fucking MP shite.
But clearly, they're being taken seriously. Amp is quietly up to 15. Off of his presence on the arch plays, has done fantastic work from NiP.
Why are you not dropping your deagle to someone with an MP9?
Flash set for the top of banana. Oh, Brolin jumping MP9.
Okay.
Yeah, come get some.
Okay, Brolin.
He runs it down banana. 2 kills for him. Right off of the tag pause. They unleash the kid.
What the
FaZe
fuck happened here?
In round 15, it's Rops and Brokey left.
I can't believe that. I mean, his feet were not touching the ground when he got that first kill.
Why FaZe is laying
go
them,
forth, my son.
But there's more to it, right? Brolin doesn't jump there if there's only 2 players. They start out 3v, ready to take the fight down all the way to steps.
2 Molotovs.
That's the tag pressing up close here.
Also
with an SMG, Rob's trying to fake out that smoke.
Woo!
And a clean execution that only costs him 14 HP. With that, a 2 versus 5 from FaZe. Is it really that unthinkable?
Look how careful that smoke was. Gave him a gap to stand in and ready to peek, and he's now looking for more.
Look at this. This is the stars of
winnable.
FaZe trying to join forces.
Oh my god.
And Robs gets a second, but that one costs him a ton of HP, so you'd think he's setting up Brokey, but that frag was right on Rez.
Who has the gap?
The Shadow!
Rob with 3!
3 kills into this 2v5, and Robs has done it all. Brokey's nothing but support at this point. Plopsky throws out that smoke, trying to give him space to work, and Robs says thank you.
That's the invitation.
Why?
He can phase this. 15
what
seconds.
The fuck is happening?
On the outside. They can jump Mike. They know that.
Switch guns. Brokey onto the A1S. Plopsky goes over the graveyard. Brokey tries to hide. He gets that first one. A single kill away from keeping this as close as they can. And it's Brolin, the boy wonder.
Oh!
FaZe Clan 2v5 to send them a message and to send NiP to the second half with a 1-round lead. That's it.
Wow.
That's all.
It starts with Rops.
Oh no.
Dropping a smoke with the accuracy he has with a rifle into Arch to give him the tiniest gap to allow him to take out Esatag. An unbelievable start to this. And that's enough to scare rotations. They come back to lane. They put the pieces together. Sight smoke gets abused. Rez's footsteps coming across it. They spam him down and leave the rest to Brokey. Another clutch for this man. Kerrigan feeling the pressure just as much as his teammate playing. 7 rounds, hard fought all the way through.
All right.
That's a round to remember.
If NiP doesn't win this pistol round, it's looking very grim. Very, very grim.
Pistols start to trickle up mid.
Oh, 4-stack A.
Flashbang
they are red like an open book. They are red like an open fucking book.
Clean as FaZe need. Rops in with another. And it is Rez in the 1v5. If NiP truly think that they can push their limits and get into those semifinals, then they need to make sure they can dance with the very best. And FaZe right now, they're spinning on their heads. As a CT pistol win would tie us up.
Yeah, these guys looked at some fucking replays on
You can grab 56% of your T rounds.
At their fucking T.
But you better believe a stat where the pistol comes into play is going to taint that a little bit.
Yeah.
That might be a necessary one for FaZe.
Honestly, you have fucking 5 pistol or maybe 4. That's really good. Or 3, that's really good. You bring a dice
side where they're more important
to the fucking tournament, and you roll a fucking dice.
Such a perfect trap. Those
That's
3
what you
players.
fucking do.
There, when you killed one player rounded bullets, there was another.
Whatever, fuck off.
It's clutch time here.
And as FaZe look to hope to hang on, isn't there just this poetic element where we saw Rain and Kerrigan kick off this series on Nuke, and now finally in the third map before the end of them, the way that NiP would want to cut down this first challenge, and it's Robs, Twists, and Brokey at the top. Yes. As the analyst said, their performance is inevitable. And it's here in the second half of map 3 that NiP are going to feel the full wrath of FaZe. Don't forget for a second, tied game.
Sweden looking to plant a flag. Seven years since they've been able to win a major. Chance to get through one of the best teams at the tournament right now.
Rain under pressure. He's got 3! Stops them in their tracks on the cusp of that site up north. This half-armored buy is nothing.
Yeah, it's fucking trash. That's what it is.
That rock, that pillar, that core of FaZe Clan. He's been here since
armor.
The start, and he'll be here
no
to the
helmet.
end. He locks in that B site as FaZe take a 1-round lead.
Yeah, it's a lot of money left on the table. All of the FaZe players live. Spacing out their tag timeouts here, and
Kevin.
NiP will take one. Before they establish, they had an investment. I don't know if they can buy again. They'll sit and talk either about this upcoming round or the next. They cannot let FaZe get comfortable. And again, they've got back to this point because they always played like they were winning. They can visualize that trophy.
What the fuck? They're trying to kill us. Trying to kill us. A hip-hopper Podam with tier 3 40 months. Welcome back, sir. Kevon Kukev, Panadam Space owns you, Adiba, and Astroroth the Grim.
Frustration
here.
Boys,
welcome back, welcome.
They could feel it. I mean, they've won an eco, they've won a half-buy in the past. That was entirely possible. There's always a chance on Inferno. That's why this map always delivers.
Oh, they're pushing
in map 3s.
Little weapons. They're trying to eco-frag, and this is what you get. FaZe.
That's a cut down. Rob's
when
now,
you try to eco-frag,
he's been severed from his next rotation. He has to just fight his way out of this. Rotation comes in, Hampus goes down, and the smoke now at the bottom of steps. Twitch will support.
Recovery. Damage to that smoke as well. Gonna confirm they are down there.
They're 1 HP.
I mean, they should be. It's their spawn.
Oh, now he's going after them. No room to breathe. Props up your neck.
He chops off Plofsky from that apartment's push. Yeah, and they get that sweet revenge. They may have killed Brokey, but it cost them all 5 of themselves. 2-round lead here for FaZe, and NiP back with their bye.
Yeah, into 10. 2 of the strongest Inferno teams we've got.
3-round start for FaZe.
Yeah, and 7 in a row.
We saw that total shutdown of a CT side on Nuke. That's what got us here to map 3.
Oh, the FaZe fans are getting loud now.
NiP are going to have to withstand that. They got further than they did in Stockholm with at least a map win, but no home field advantage.
Good angle. Maybe I should stand there sometimes.
They'll need to lean on one another. Rez into the apartments. Plofsky's trying to join him. MP9 pushes through. That was an invitation for Rocks to chop down another. And then the fights go the way of Kerrigan. He's just flexing the FAMAS on the front of Banana. An answer though, Hampus. He gets one of these players peeled off the B site. Rotates already over, but no smoke.
Wait for the smoke.
Tag. And Hampus,
what the
he'll be
fuck?
on 58 HP
yeah, go
as
push
the
through smoke.
Continues.
Behind you, man.
He'll need all 5 kills in this one. The 1v4, too much to ask, you'd think. If he doubles back to Banana, Robs has got that locked in, and FaZe continue closer.
Yeah, Robs just hit 21. Robs just hit 21 frags. That was a guy we had nothing good to say about, basically, in the beginning of this series, but also somebody we knew does not stay asleep for that long.
Shabauta.
Devil Walk put it on the desk, somebody to watch out for inside of the halls. Almost always puts on a masterclass.
Right.
Other players have a lease.
Stop trolling now.
He owns the apartments.
No further trolling.
Get back to the happy Hampus. Perfect guy to put the hero AK
Swedes
on.
like to pretend until the end.
He's
But
a
then,
trickster.
you know, show them who's the boss. Push through smoke. One more time. See what happens. Oh.
Looking to just pry over top of this. Look for some contact. Look for a mistake.
It's hard.
Twist isn't going to move.
It's hard to walk up with a slope on mid. They've got an opportunity to catch a rotation back
Very
down.
good.
He finds the duel just as it goes.
Caught with his fucking
Twist is
pants
going to be kicking
down.
himself.
Grenade
How many guns
out
do they think
open.
are available now? Rain here peeking.
Oh,
He's alone, but he's got full vision of Banana. And now the rotation comes back. It's as if nothing happened on A.
Still fighting versus man, disadvantage.
They have to play slower
Rops
versus
takes
FaZe.
Twist's
FaZe
place.
is
2
fucking
CTs leaning over on that R side.
ADHD,
Somebody better
man.
keep eyes on apartments because Hampus
play
can
slow,
use that one AK
and they
to
will win.
jackknife open this round. Brokey cannot afford to miss. Robs is going to be under pressure. Crossfire set, and it's good. Robs locks this in. A single kill means nothing in the grand scheme of things. Round 20 belonging to FaZe. Esatag can run, but he can't hide. Kerrigan locks this in, and now we have FaZe on fire.
Yeah, well, that's 5 straight just in the second half. They closed out that first half with a streak as well.
And NiP.
They just have not lost for so damn long.
NiP getting nipple twisted.
NiP with another substantive buy, and I think one thing that at least we can say for them is they haven't had many attempts with all the guns and all the utility. They've tried to get creative.
Haven't, indeed.
Bring the ingenuity, but usually with half of the tools that normally you'd have to work with. Now they're at full strength. Now there's no excuse.
Now, they're gonna win. Play slow, wait out the utility, just go for fucking
FaZe have shown what kind of CS they're going to bring.
Boom.
In the 4th quarter.
When it most certainly matters most. Rops, the red carpet rolled out for him before he ever arrived.
They had to bait some utility.
24 frags.
Good, good, very good.
You saw a tactic there, a play that worked.
Throw another smoke
A
mid
thin
here.
silver lining.
Here it comes.
And again, it's ideas that win matches. There's no shortage of them here on T side, and right now they'll play it extremely slow. It looks like FaZe are playing directly into that as well. They'll counter smokes in mid. They're playing inside of brackets with high activity and waiting for any kind of arch wrap. Halls is wide open.
Okay,
There's 2 CTs back on the site. NiP knows
Play
this.
slow,
What do
man.
they think?
Like fucking
setup
25 seconds, run out there, man.
They just dismantled it. Twist is going to be left on an island here, but he decides to run in.
Okay.
He takes 2 players down. Esatag answered by Rops and Brolin deep
Alright, this is
with
winnable.
40 health
This
left.
is winnable.
But is that spotted? Yes,
This is
it
not
is.
winnable.
Brokey plucking Hampus from the sky as they leave Brolin 1v3 with Bomb on his back. He runs in, and Brokey's just hiding. Brokey's hiding and waiting for his chance to strike a second time.
They're getting punished right now.
Getting owned.
They're skipping their under Balk incendiaries. They want this duel, but they're actually not good enough to take it. They need to take space as opposed to these opening fights and maybe give themselves the chance to go into the execute, but clearly FaZe are really well prepared for the T side that is oncoming. The way that Rain was disrespecting all of their action over on the B site, standing atop the barrels when they come back to A. We've had multiple cameos between Rops, Twist,
Sweden.
and Brokey, all taking turns playing under porch, which has been a pristine spot. Has granted them a number of opening kills. Now for FaZe, it's just about staying in the lead.
It's just about staying
Underrated, but fantastic tracking from Brokey. Could have been shoved out of that position with pit control given over to NiP.
Looking to give away a 14th here.
Oh man,
Right.
and it's
They
another
come in.
half buy.
This is
Not
the last
ideal.
round. They can fuck around.
It's 2022, and we have to ask, does NiP Magic still have that extra essence? This is a round they so desperately need. FaZe would be foolish to write them off. Good amount of utility, but we've seen it multiple times already. Getting past brackets, even just looking for footing inside of the A site comes at such a cost, a human
Just
cost
go fucking
of all
long.
of the
Trade with
ninjas.
upper.
They simply cannot break through this CT side. FaZe, from Nuke to Inferno, are looking rock solid on the defense. But there is an opening here. No longer is Twist in his corner. No longer do they have that closer threat, but a lean back, in fact, from FaZe.
Oh, solid
now
smoke
that they get
there.
those 2 steps closer,
solid
they just
smoke.
want to take
gonna
this. They're going to press hard into the pit. It's Twist.
Oh my god.
With a quick flick of his wand, they're all gone.
Mix them
4
up.
easy pickups on this half-fight. Brokey with a lending hand. FaZe 2 rounds away from semifinals.
Oh, what? We don't throw one-ways now? We don't care? We just swing on pit? Oh, he's just ego peeking him. Going back in for more. We saw Robs go all the way down to mid.
Yeah. Ego
That's something that Kerrigan has given the keys over to his teammates to do. Take that space. Trust yourself. You're hired guns because of your individual level. And right now, NiP are trying to scale the mountains. But their ice picks are losing grip. This could be their last full buy. Essetag on and off.
He's got to be that X factor.
Brolin has been torched down to 3 HP. Rain opens up on Hampus. Top fragger down.
Brokey,
oh, I didn't see.
Essetag's already crossed, but he's too scoped in. Brokey comes back for a second. And this guy simply does not miss.
Statements.
Every time. Brokey rocks their world, and Brolin's been sitting on 3 HP since the start of this.
Wow.
World-class opping every time.
Yeah, he has been the bottom line for FaZe in a number of situations. And we're going back to the 2v5 off the first half. Feels like years ago. Brolin, who got hit by the molly early on, still recovering from his wounds. Not gonna get that HP back. 3 health, and FaZe have just so much money that they could even hunt him down all the way in the back of T-Apps. They have the whole map to play with.
I get the DE airport joke now, because they're leaving.
And FaZe, after this insanely hot start from NiP, survived it. Brought it to the second half.
That's a
flawless run.
Map. Yes. Yes, very good. Very good.
Still have yet to lose. This AK is going to be something to bring into the next, but they fully invested. There will be no off here for NiP. In fact, there will be no AKs beyond Brolin's or what he can drop. There is no residual cash left over.
Nothing.
They have not stood up to Brokey. They have not won a single round in this T side. Their best side on any map.
Well,
and they've got a goddamn UMP on res.
It's desperation at this point. 7 chances. 7 final lines. How many Swedes does it take to break through the best Dane in Kerrigan? They just can't get past this game plan. They can't get past the stars. We sat and we waited and we questioned the certainty of Robs. And not for the first time in Antwerp, not the first time at this major had he started cool. But now he's coming up clutch. It's another test towards this A site. Fire at their feet, Galil in their hands, the lesser weapons, but still that hope, that dream of pushing past the quarterfinals. Twists inside of his pit. He's got them close. Excellent utility, but Rob's inside that bomb site. He lines them up, knocks down 2, and towards the arch. It's a fumble from Hampus. Man advantage for FaZe as they push into this site, and Essetag cowers down. They are done, and FaZe Clan move on to the semifinals in Antwerp.
The prophecy is foretold. The favorites win.
What the fuck?
No weakness at the end of map 3, just to instill fear in their next competition.
007 with the consolation prize
to get through quarters.
They are not perfect, but some of these CT sides damn near impenetrable.
Wait a second. Why would they go to the airport? Aren't they already in Sweden?
They just let those stars shine.
They go
Antwerp,
like
give it up for FaZe!
We hang our
sorry, I
hats
got mixed it
for
up
NiP.
with Dota.
Their major run comes to an end. Maybe the best version that we've seen from them, but it's still not enough.
The fact that they're able to give us a marked improvement, at least one map here in the quarterfinals, something that they couldn't do in Stockholm, and we have to remember this is such a fresh-faced roster. Brolin, the best in Sweden, they said, and with one chance, he takes them into the playoffs of a major that so many people had written them off of. Beautiful first showing here in Antwerp, but
let's be
obviously
honest,
not enough.
if they go 3 maps against FaZe, they are not
Man,
so
that was
bad,
the series
right?
we deserved to be kicking off the playoffs here at the PGL Antwerp Major. And do FaZe seal that one up in style? Just an absolutely impenetrable second half. They make NiP totally title up and they lock in their spot at the semi-finals.
13 rounds in a row. 13 rounds in a row for FaZe to close this map. A drop that turns into a tsunami. A few mistakes made by NiP turned into the full confidence and the full might of FaZe. And we had the pleasure to observe so many different players popping off. But we have to start with Robs. Finally, he showed up. Welcome to the playoffs.
This is the Robs you want to see. He is so good at Counter-Strike when you like. It's impeccable. Like the way he shows up when they needed him the most. You see your stats on the screen right there. 27 kills and 13 deaths with 100 ADR to make sure FaZe reach the next stage of the playoff.
It's incredible how momentum shifts. That's what was beautiful about this game. It's 8-3. The scoreline is so tight. NiP seemingly in a commanding lead, and then you close your eyes, you open them 10 minutes later, and it feels like FaZe can do no wrong. Broke is taking every duel, is punishing them.
Very good play by FaZe. Not so good play by NiP there on the T side. Not one round won. Unfortunate. Alright, I had a few links, like 3 or something, that I promised to watch after